Chapter 3, The Making of a Global World, Class 10th based on CBSE. Important questions. Question 1. What was Canal Colony? Answer. Canal Colony was a region in western Punjab, now in Pakistan. The British built a network of canals there. These canals transformed semi-arid lands into fertile agricultural areas. Farmers grew commercial crops like wheat and cotton. Question 2. The First World War was a war like never before. Examine the statement. Answer. The First World War, 1914 to 1918, was unprecedented. It involved countries from across the globe. Modern industrial weapons were used, such as tanks, machine guns, and chemical weapons. Trench warfare was widespread. Resources were mobilized on a large scale. The war caused massive casualties, affecting both soldiers and civilians. Question 3. Why did Europeans start migrating to America in the 19th century? Describe. Answer. Europeans migrated to America in the 19th century. Poverty and famine forced them to leave their homes. Unemployment and political unrest also drove migration. America offered better wages and opportunities. Many sought freedom from oppressive regimes. Question 4. Cattle diseases also changed the lives and fortunes of thousands of people. Justify the statement with suitable examples. Answer. Cattle diseases disrupted economies and lives. The rinderpest epidemic in Africa in the 1890s killed millions of cattle. Pastoral economies collapsed. Many Africans lost their livelihoods. They had no choice but to work for colonial rulers. Question 5. Describe the effects of the First World War on the British economy. Answer. The British economy suffered greatly. War expenses caused huge debts. Industries like textiles declined. Britain lost its dominance in world trade. The United States and Japan emerged as new economic powers. Question 6. What was the Corn Law? Why was there a demand to end it? Answer. The Corn Laws were tariffs on imported grain. They aimed to protect domestic producers in Britain. These laws increased food prices. Urban workers struggled due to high costs. Free trade advocates demanded cheaper imports. Question 7. Explain the factors that make globalization possible. Answer. Globalization depends on many factors. Advancements in transportation and communication play a key role. Trade policies promote international trade. Institutions like the WTO facilitate global exchanges. Multinational corporations expand across borders. Question 8. How did technology help in facilitating food availability in the world by the end of the 19th century? Explain with examples. Answer. Technology improved food transport. Refrigerated ships carried perishable items like meat over long distances. Railways connected remote areas to markets. These advancements ensured food availability worldwide. Question 9. Discuss the main objectives of the Bretton Woods Conference. Answer. The Bretton Woods Conference had clear goals. It aimed to create a stable international monetary system. The IMF and World Bank were established. These institutions promoted economic recovery and international trade. Question 10. How did the economic depression of 1929 affect the peasants and the middle classes in India? Explain. Answer. The Great Depression hit peasants hard. Agricultural prices fell sharply. Peasants faced declining incomes and rising debts. The middle class also suffered. Businesses and salaries declined due to reduced demand. Question 11. How did the global transfer of disease in the pre-modern world help in the colonization of the Americas? Describe. Answer. Europeans brought diseases to the Americas. Smallpox, measles, and influenza killed millions of indigenous people. These populations had no immunity. The decline in indigenous populations made colonization easier for Europeans. Question 12. What is meant by surplus trade? Why was the balance of trade always favorable to Britain with respect to India? Answer. Surplus trade means exports exceed imports. Britain maintained a favorable trade balance with India. It exported manufactured goods to India. It imported raw materials like cotton from India. This exploited India's resources. Question 13. Explain the three types of movements or flows of international economic exchange. Answer. The three types are: first, trade, exchange of goods like raw materials and manufactured items. Second, labor migration, movement of people for work. Third, capital flows, investment and transfer of financial resources. Question 14. Mention the causes of the global economic depression in 1929. Answer. The Great Depression occurred due to several reasons. Overproduction caused falling prices. Stock market speculation led to financial collapse. Bank failures reduced credit availability. Protectionist policies, like high tariffs, worsened the situation. Question 15. Analyze the reasons for multinational companies shifting their production to Asian countries. Answer. MNCs moved to Asia for lower costs. Labor in Asia is cheaper. Regulations are relaxed in many countries. Raw materials are easily available. Consumer markets in Asia are growing rapidly.